Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into the life and career of Linda Lavin.
Okay.
Um, for those who may be a little younger, uh, Linda Lavin
Mm-hmm.
may be best known for her role in the sitcom Alice, but
Uh,
there's so much more to her career than just that.
oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're going to kind of pull from, some news clippings that we have here announcing her passing,
Okay.
and kind of try and get a better sense of the full breadth of what her career encompassed.
Wonderful.
So I guess first and foremost, we should probably acknowledge that, Linda Lavin, very prominent figure in the Broadway world, recently passed away at the age of 87.
Yeah, she was a giant in the world of theater.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times people kind of
Yeah.
think about her, or they
Yeah.
think about Alice, but then, we have these clippings here that say, Broadway star Linda Lavin. It's like,
Right.
well, she really was.
The Broadway star.
Oh, yeah, she really was a Broadway star.
Long before she ever, became a household name on television.
Yeah, so can you kind of elaborate a little bit on like some of the highlights of her stage career?
Sure. She wasn't just a Tony nominee.
Right.
She actually won Best Actress in 1987 for her role in Broadway Bound.
Broadway Bound. That title sounds familiar.
It's a great play.
I feel like she did a lot of Neil Simon's plays, right?
Oh, she was like Neil Simon's muse. Broadway Bound, The Last of the Red Hot Lovers, The Prisoner of Second Avenue.
Right.
Neil Simon's plays often dealt with, kind of these complex family dynamics. And she had a knack for finding both the humor and the heart in those messy situations. She could bring a laugh, but she could also break your heart.
It's interesting, you see that through line in Alice as well,
Yeah.
There's the comedy there, but there's, a lot of heart to that character as well.
Exactly.
So, she's this powerhouse on Broadway. She's winning awards. And then she kind of makes this, it seems pretty seamless, but
Yeah.
she kind of makes this transition to television, and she does it successfully. It's like, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's really fascinating, and it kind of speaks to her incredible range.
Right.
But it's not always an easy transition. Stage acting, you have to project. There's a certain almost larger-than-life presence that you have to reach the back of the theater.
Right.
Whereas television, it demands a more nuanced, more intimate style.
Right. So she had to essentially, I guess, dial it back a little bit.
Exactly, and it's a different kind of connection. It's not connecting with an audience across the footlights. It's connecting with the camera lens.
Right.
And she nailed it, Alice. That was
Alice.
such an iconic character. People loved Alice.
Why? What do you think it was about, Alice Hyatt that so resonated with viewers?
Well, on the surface, Alice was this sassy, independent waitress.
Kiss my grits.
Right. Slinging those one-liners. But there was also a vulnerability to her, This sort of strength in the face of adversity that I think a lot of people could really relate to.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
And Lavin, she brought a real depth to that role. She made Alice much more than just a funny caricature.
Right. Although, now that you mention it, I do remember some critics at the time, arguing that the character sort of played into certain stereotypes.
That's a valid point looking back. There are definitely some elements of the character that could be seen as stereotypical, but it's important to remember the context of the time, right?
All right.
And, I still think that Lavin, despite those limitations, that she really did infuse the role with a lot of humanity and humor,
Right.
made Alice a very beloved character.
So it's amazing to me that, she was able to navigate these two worlds, Broadway and television.
And he was also a singer.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Albums, cabaret, you name it.
I was going to say, for those of us who, may not be totally familiar with, the world of cabaret.
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
So imagine like a dimly lit club, really intimate setting,
Okay.
and the performer is right there connecting directly with the audience.
Right.
It's singing, it's storytelling, often with a lot of humor and satire woven in.
Oh, interesting.
And Lavin, she thrived in that environment.
Yeah.
She could really bring her warmth and that stage presence to a
Sure.
whole new genre, really.
So we've got this, Tony-winning Broadway star,
Yeah.
beloved, sitcom icon,
Right.
cabaret performer.
Triple threat, yeah.
What a, multi-talented force.
Yeah, it really does make you think about, what will be her lasting legacy,
Right.
Will it be the roles? Will it be the awards? Will it be, those catchphrases from Alice?
Right.
Or will it be the way she, inspired generations of performers with her versatility and her absolute dedication to her craft?
That's a really great point.
Yeah.
I mean, it really makes you think about how, an artist's legacy can live on in so many different ways.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Of course.
into the life and career of, Linda Lavin.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, phenomenal talent.
Yeah, shoot.
We'll see you next time for another fascinating journey.
Sounds good.
See you.
Bye.